first cut is the deepest. Baby, I know first cut is the deepest.
His songs remain as memorable and meaningful as ever. But for many years, Yusuf Islam, Cat Stevens, has been a pretty elusive character. He's setting the record straight in a new memoir and talking with our Seth Doane.
You have to admit, I've been misunderstood. Even when I wrote Foreigner, I started with the words, there are no words I can use.
There are no words I can use.
Because the meaning still leaves for you to choose.
Because the meaning still leaves for you to choose.
And so the artist, to try and explain
And I
himself,
couldn't stand.
has got to work a bit harder.
I do a bit of humming.
In a way, music was a byproduct of a lifelong search, says Yusuf Islam. The singer, also known as Cat Stevens, met us backstage in London.
Do you get something out of playing on stage that you don't playing alone?
I'll get scared.
Get scared?
Yeah, there's a lot of people, a lot of human beings out there.
But this musical giant, who got his start in the 1960s and is now in his late 70s, can still move a crowd.
You were having an emotional moment here.
Very emotional moment.
Why?
Because when she was born, we used to listen to the music when I was pregnant.
Nicole Perry-Ellis came to London's Hyde Park with her daughter, Natasha.
He's timeless.
In what way?
He has spirit, he has soul, and it transcends.
I think my songs have always been kind of profound in some way. A lot of them are so relevant to the world today. I mean, wild world. You know, come on. Peace Train.
Peace train sounding loud. Ride on the peace train.
Waiting for the train to arrive. Boy, do we need it. Yeah, I mean, they're relevant.
If they were right, I'd agree.
His core themes have endured,
Not me. Now there's a way.
as his name has gone through its evolutions.
I had a girlfriend who looked at me one day and said, "Ooh, you look like a cat." And I went, "Oh, that stuck," you know. And when I was looking for a name, because, you know, it was going to be difficult to go into the record store and ask for, like, Stephen Dimitri Giorgio's latest album.
Do you think you would have been as successful as Stephen Dimitri Giorgio?
You can't play with fate.
So much left to know, and I'm on the road to find out.
In his new memoir, Cat on the Road to Find Out, he explores family, faith, career, and ego.
You reached superstardom in your teens. But that, as you write, was also quite difficult.
The problem with success is that it kind of detaches you from reality in some sense. Who are you? You know, are you that person on the screen, on the stage, or is there something more to you? I was looking for some big answers.
What all did you try spiritually?
Well, you know, the bookshop is full of lots of different views of life and beliefs and philosophies, so I was digging around everywhere. I think the most important thing was when I finally reached the Quran at the end. That just brought everything together.
He took the name Yusuf Islam and, believing that music was haram or forbidden, redirected his royalties to fund his charity efforts, auctioned off instruments, focused on family, and for nearly 30 years left music.
Why did you believe for a while that music was forbidden?
It took me time to realize that a lot of what I was told in the beginning when I became a Muslim was not exactly right. You know, Islam doesn't forbid anything that's healthy and morally good.
How do you reconcile the you who put that aside with the you who embraced music again?
You go through stages. You know, at one time you can fall in love. And next time you're having such an argument with a person, you say, "What the hell? Get out of my life." You know, you change. Your attitude changes according to circumstance. Context is key.
he provides context to a controversial chapter regarding Salman Rushdie's novel The Satanic Verses, which inflamed the Muslim world, and the fatwa calling for the author's death. In an appearance on a British TV program where hypothetical questions were posed, he was asked if he'd attend an effigy burning of Rushdie.
I would have hoped that it'd be the real thing, but actually, no, if it's just an effigy, I don't think I'd be that moved to go there.
I mean, I've got a British sense of humour. I took it in a kind of slightly comical direction. It wasn't a good thing to do because nobody laughed. So, you know, I made a mistake in thinking that people might get the joke. But it was a serious issue, so I shouldn't have really done that. But people
The joke, you mean saying,
whatever,
I would have
whatever.
preferred the real thing, not an effigy.
Whatever.
When you saw the headlines after that, do you worry even today?
Let's get off this subject, please.
You bring it up in the book, so it seems...
No, it's only a little part of the book.
But it seems like with this book, you partially wanted to set the record straight from your perspective.
That's right. I think I've done that.
I've written a book.
How is it to sit down and write something so personal, to go through the good, the bad, the ugly, the beautiful?
I left quite a lot of the ugly out, actually, so to be honest.
You were hard on yourself at
Really?
times.
Oh,
I
that's
thought.
good to know. I tried to be honest in my writing of songs and in the writing of my book.
This singer-songwriter who once gave up fame for faith has now found his balance performing as Yusuf Cat Stevens.
I let my music take me where my heart wants to go.
How is it to be back performing using both names?
Well, actually, it's very symbolic in a way because for a long time, what I wanted to do was to separate myself in a way from my past, and I did that. So joining these two names together actually forms the complete picture of like who I am. And you just have to listen to the songs. They're biographical in themselves. I didn't have to write a book actually, you just buy the records, you know.